What if instead of storing fat, our bodies turned excess calories into something totally different, like batteries? How many standard AA batteries could the average American make each year with their overeating? Spoiler alert, it's a lot more than 3. Your body works by storing excess calories as fat. Think of your body like a bank account. Every time you eat, you make a deposit into the bank account. When you expend energy, like working out or just staying alive, through the function of your vital organs, a withdrawal is made. If you're making a lot more deposits than withdrawals, then cool, now you have a fat bank account. But not cool, 'cause now you're fat. But let's change that. Imagine some cool invention in the distant future that allows us to store excess calories in batteries instead. Okay, so how would that work? Food is measured in calories, which is a unit of energy. And how calories work is that 1 calorie is the amount of energy it takes to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. In the context of food, when we say calories, we actually mean kilocalories, which are equivalent to 1,000 small calories. 1 kilocalorie is the amount of energy required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Calories can be converted to joules, which is the universal unit of energy. Watt-hours in a battery can also be converted to joules, and this is how we'll find the answer to how many batteries we could make each day. The average American eats about 500 more kilocalories than they use each day, which is enough energy to heat 5 kilograms of water from 0 to 100 degrees Celsius. That's a lot of energy. But in terms of food, it's really just a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. 500 calories a day adds up to a lot more each year. That's enough energy to turn a ton of ice into boiling water. But over to batteries. AA batteries hold anywhere from 1.2 to 5 watt-hours of energy. So let's use 2.78 watt-hours, which converts to precisely 10,000 joules. Now that we know how many joules are in a battery, we can convert this to calories and easily calculate how many batteries the average American could produce each year from overeating. But let's also find out what this amount of energy can actually power. The answer is approximately 75,208 batteries. But what could you do with all that power? For example, you could charge your smartphone about 12,232 times. Or you could power a road trip in a Tesla Model 3 from Athens, Greece to Split, Croatia, and still have about 100 kilometers of range left to drive around and visit different Game of Thrones locations. This invention sounds incredible. Why aren't we stopping all research across every field, medicine, technology, and beyond to focus on this? Surprisingly, it has a weak point that needs some attention first. The body's ability to store fat is crucial for survival. Long ago, we needed to hunt or gather our food before we could eat it, and we wouldn't have had the energy to do so without a means of energy storage. Although we now have unlimited food through supermarkets and delivery services that bring food to our doorstep, making it less important and even a burden sometimes, this fat storage ability still supports our survival. If we were to remove this function in favor of generating batteries, you would need to eat constantly to fuel normal bodily functions. Cutting off the food supply, even for a moment, would be like unplugging the electrical outlet of your television. It would shut down instantly. But we could still try to make it work. We just need to create a continuous feeding mechanism that provides you with enough energy to survive at all times. This mechanism would likely need to be powered somehow. But that's not gonna work. It will have to be mobile enough to go with you anywhere, as you couldn't survive even a second without it. Luckily, you now have 75,208 batteries to solve this problem. If you learned anything or want to show your support for the channel, please like the video. Thanks for watching.